Afternoon, Vinny. Let's firstly talk about that head injury that you picked up on Tuesday. How are you feeling today?
Yeah, no, I'm feeling all right. It was kind of a funny one because just before I went on, the gaffer was like to me, "Oh, I need your crazy Vinny energy," and I was like, "Yeah, all right." Go on. The first action I do is just headbutt a flipping their striker. Um, but yeah, no, I'm all good now. Thanks for asking.
Excellent. Let's talk about that crazy Vinny energy that Luke Williams calls it. I mean, is that how you see yourself as a player? Sort of that exciting young player that can come on and start a bit of energy when needed.
To be fair, yeah. Always from when I was younger, coaches always told me like that they like the energy I can bring, and yeah, it's nice to feel appreciated for that energy. And I know, yeah, you got to, as your career goes on, you sort of have to know like what you're what you're good at and maximize it. So yeah, if I'm known for my energy, then I'll keep bringing that to the team. Yeah.
The win against Eastleigh on Tuesday still puts the pressure on Wrexham. What's that like as a player and as a team having that to focus on to try and keep up with Wrexham, who aren't too far in front, of course, but just having that target. What's that like?
I think um, obviously has brought we've increased their quality and they've increased our quality. Like it's like our levels have had to be exemplary through the whole season, and I think it's just going to be a battle to the very end. Um, and yeah, I guess it makes it maybe a little less enjoyable because if you had 90 points or whatever it is at this point of the season, usually you'd be miles ahead and you could have a bit more fun with the wins and do you know what I mean, enjoy it. But then I guess yeah, you sort of are, you do check the results. Let's not be silly. Of course we do, but yeah. That said, we just got to focus on ourselves and just keep doing what we're doing and yeah, keep getting the wins, keep getting the 3 points.
Have you been involved in a season quite like this one where you've managed to reach 90 points and yet somehow still you're not running away with the league and neither side are running away with it? It just seemed like such a bizarre season.
Yeah, no, it is. It's just like obviously I've got quite a lot of experience at this level now, National League, and yeah, it's just yeah, I've never really seen anything like it. Obviously, it's always unpredictable this league. Uh, so yeah, maybe we should have seen this mad season coming.
Yeah, you had a spell on loan at Old Shot. What was that like, and how did that benefit you?
Yeah, it was really good in terms of game time. Played pretty much every minute available to me whilst I was there, which was sort of a first really for my career. And yeah, it was great, and I met some great people there. Um, and yeah, the football was sort of inconsistent. Really, it was we'd win one week, we'd lose the next week. It was sort of just, you, I think I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, it was just we were just inconsistent. I think even me personally, yeah, I was just slightly inconsistent. But yeah, it had some good games and had some good spells of form. So yeah, it helped me in my career definitely. I've learned a lot from Aldershot. Yeah.
Was that part of the plan when they sent you out on loan to Order to sort of get you regular football so that when January comes that you can come back in and slot straight into the not swell again?
Well, I don't know. I sort of the way I live, I just sort of go whatever feels right at that moment. I obviously coming back into pre-season, I would have preferred to just be playing here week in week out. Obviously, because Notts is just such a great club. I think with me not really playing towards the back end of last season, I couldn't like mentally just face like maybe being on the bench or out of the squad at the very start. So I was just like the opportunity came, had to grab it and go for it, and I'm happy I did. I got 20 games there, and yeah, now back here. Yeah, hopefully I can get a few starts before the end of the season. But the main thing is it's about the team now, and I know what it's going to take to win this league, or however it happens. But yeah, I'm really here just to give my all and yeah, get us over the line because it would just be such a great feeling if we do.
What do you think it will take for Notts to get over the line in the end?
Say that again, sorry.
So what do you think it will take for Notts to get over the line and try and win this league?
What will it take? I think we sort of even shown, and like the gaffers alluded to it in meetings where like even the games we have lost, in terms of XG and who had the balance of play and who was probably a stronger team that day, we should have won those games. It wasn't like we had an off day. It was sort of more like it just didn't quite drop for us. So I think we just got to keep going. Like I guess we maybe should stop going 1-0 down at the start of games, because it does make the task a bit harder and a bit more stressful on the sidelines, I bet, for the fans and everyone else. But yeah, just got to keep going, keep pushing like we've been doing. We know what we're doing in training. We know what it takes. Every team's got a different plan for us, and the team seems to be just finding a different way. If they're pressing, they pop it around. If they're going man for man, do you know what I mean? We start looking a bit more over, stuff like that. So there's always a plan for whatever they come up with. Just got to keep finding the solutions and keep getting the 3 points each week.
Yeah, and there was a quote from Luke Williams from the game early in the week. Said there's a lot of desire in the dressing room at the moment, and it had to be that for the game against Eastleigh and for times when you have gone behind. How does Luke Williams instill that within the whole squad, that desire to win the game?
Yeah, no, he's created such a close bond with all of us and brought us together as a team. Just with I think just with honesty, really. He's not afraid to have like uncomfortable conversations with players. Like even me when I wasn't playing at the start of the season, it wasn't like he'd be avoiding me and not wanting to talk to me like other managers can do that, and I could see why they would do that as well. But no, the gaffer's just very honest, and I think everybody wants that in football. Everybody just wants an honest manager to tell them what they're thinking, and that's definitely helped like bring the team together. Obviously, a lot of us live in Nottingham, which definitely helps. There's a lot of socialising together, which has definitely helped. And quite a few of us are still here from last season, so I think there's just a big bond in the team at the moment, and I think that will continue. We've just got to keep together and keep believing in each other. Like even if when we do go 1-0 down, it doesn't look like we're unfazed. Look at Ruben, like missed a penalty, unfazed. Like it's just mentality here is just mega.
Yeah, that's really good to hear. You touched on it a second ago, the fact that there's an honesty between the manager and the players. Just wondering, as a player, how much do you appreciate that when the manager is open with you? And like I say, he probably gave you the reasons why he sent you on loan to Aldershot to try and get you regular football again. Just how much did you appreciate that?
No, yeah, it's massive, really. It really is, and it's like I don't know. I think we all appreciate it here. I think that's like a lot of the senior players, young players, like everybody appreciates that. I think that's all anybody really wants in football. And yeah, I think I even heard like Frank Lampard saying in an interview that he was like he'd even avoided conversations, and that's like he's a Premier League manager, or he was, and like that just shows that it would be easy for anyone to avoid those conversations, but that hasn't really happened here.
Excellent. Barnet on Saturday. How important is it to go into that game off the back of a couple of wins to get that confidence back going forward?
Yeah, Barnet they've been doing really well this season. They've got some good players, so yeah, it will be a tough game again. Tough place to go. Spent a bit of time there. That's where I did my youth team, was at Barnet, so I got some good, some bad memories as well. So hopefully we go there and we create a good memory.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Well, all the best Saturday, Vinny. Thanks very much for chatting to us. Appreciate
nice
it.
one. Nice to meet you. Cheers, mate.
You too. Thank you.
Hi, Vinny. Just a couple of follow-ups from Jake. So we've seen in recent weeks that you've been deployed in that wing-back position. Is that a new position to you, and how are you finding it?
Yeah, I've been really enjoying it. Since I came back from loan, I sort of it looked like honestly the best way for me to get back in the fold, really. It sort of happened naturally. I played left back a lot when I was growing up, probably up to when I was 16, and then I went centre mid after that. But I've played there. My National League debut for Torquay was at left back. So it's the only thing I would say is like it's a completely different type of fitness, and that's one thing that I want to get down to a lot more. I think there's like a lot more sprinting, like longer distance sprinting. I think, and you got to really choose your moment when you're gonna do that, because it is tough. Whereas in midfield, I feel like the ball's always around you, so you've always got something to focus on. Whereas like wing back, you might not be involved as much. So that's one thing. Maybe would take some adjustment, but I feel like I've adjusted quite well, and enjoying it when I have come on. So yeah.
And the main man in that position is Adam Chickson. So I just wondered, has he helped you adapt to that position at all? Is he giving you any advice on how to try and replicate his sort of form this season?
Yeah, definitely. Like Chicks, ever since I arrived at Notts, has just been like honestly like such a great role model to all of us. Everybody just says he's just a machine, and he just does his job, and he's just relentless. I think is the best word for Chicks. So even if he doesn't give me a coaching point, like just watching him, you learn so much. So, but he has, yeah. So yeah, no, Chicks, can't praise Chicks enough. He's been on fire this season, so I hope he continues that form.
I remember speaking to the gaffer earlier on in the season. It was just after you'd come back from your loan spell at Aldershot, and he highlighted your importance from the bench. Kicking every ball for every game despite not playing. How much do you need that team spirit, for a running that's just as intense as it is now?
Yeah, it is like it's such a awkward one, because you're on the bench. Obviously, you want to be the main character. You want to be in there. Do you know what I mean? Scoring the goals, but if that's not, like, you just gotta have faith that it's all happening at the right time. Do you know what I mean? My time will come in terms of that. And yeah, it's a different environment this year. Like, I've been on benches before, and it's been toxic benches, which is just not good for the players playing. It's not good for you. It's just not good for the club. It's not good to be around. So it's definitely not like that here. We all want the best for each other, and I think like now we just understand like the goal is to go and get promotion. Like, we just need to make that happen. So we're all just in a big collective. So yeah, no, it's good.
And then on Tuesday night, saw Notts take their goal tally for the whole season to 100 goals. When can we see you on the score sheet?
Yeah, hopefully very, very soon. Hopefully this weekend. But yeah, all at the right time. When it's meant to happen, it will happen. It's mad, because I always, not always, but quite often I talk to Maka before the game, and I go to him like, how many do you want today? Like, and we spoke yesterday, and I told him, I was like, Maka, like, I think you're only getting one tonight. And he went and scored one, and this is not a one-off thing. This happened a few times. I told him he's gonna score a brace. He scored a brace. Like, it happens a few times. So yeah, Maka's on fire. Ruben was on fire the other night. So yeah, the boys just got to keep pushing. Everybody's in it together. So yeah, we're doing everything we can.